Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Isophit Q&A. I'm your host, Brad Thorpe. Today's question is, can Isophit help with your running? The answer is yes. Now what we're going to talk about today is not your lower body. We're going to talk about upper body run mechanics. That's something nobody ever talks about. How do your arms track as you're running? Is what we're going to explore today. Because you see these people, run like this and with this, and it's just not the same. It's not symmetrical to both sides, and oftentimes what that does, that leads to a lot of dysfunction in the lower body. Why would I say that? Well, because the upper body kind of controls where your pelvis is in space. You have a suspension and a support system. The lower body to your pelvis would be the support, and your upper body, kind of the suspension with the pelvis in the middle. So when we're looking at it, you got to start to explore some of the musculature that would stabilize your arm movement with swing phases in running. Like as you go from extension to flexion, that's going to be your pec. Your lat is actually going to pull the opposite way, teres major opposite way, right? So it's like as it goes up, there's also a little bit of trunk rotation. We're going to avoid that today. We'll talk about that in other episodes when we discuss running at a later date. But today what we're going to do is we're going to show you some exercises for your shoulders that you can do to help with proper alignment. So we're going to just jump back over here. So with the MSK, what we can look to do is basically learn how to pull back from a flexed arm position, and with the opposite, we're going to press forward. So we're going to drive that left arm back, we're going to press that right arm forward. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that for about 30 seconds, switching directions. So now it's right arm pulls back, left arm pushes forward, and now right now I got both hands over top. If you were to put one hand underneath, so if I put my right hand underneath and press back, that is going to feel a lot more in your lat. Pulling back, a little bit less, right? So all of this stuff does matter. So those are two exercises we're going to do. So we're going to do a push-pull, so pulling back, pressing forward, and that's going to help orchestrate that musculature moving on your thorax, which is your rib cage. So that's one exercise. Secondary exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to do shoulder external rotation. So we're going to sit there, so we're going to have our arms down here, and we're going to press out to the sides. And all you want to do there is just driving out. And now the reason we're doing this is for that posterior deltoid and that infraspinatus muscle. And what that does, it helps bring that shoulder back in conjunction with your posterior deltoid. So those are some exercises we can think about. So we had push-pull, we had external shoulder rotation. Now what we're going to finish with, and this is a great exercise to help with the drive phase of your running stride. So hands internally rotate. We're going to press your thighs forward into the crossbar, and you're just going to press those arms back behind you. So that's going to work your latissimus dorsi, your tricep, and your posterior deltoid. And well, pretty much everything else behind that shoulder axis. So you're pressing all the way back. So those are a couple different shoulder exercises you guys can do to help stabilize that shoulder structure to help with sort of that running stride. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Isophit Q&A. Thanks for joining us.